welcome to my channel. I'm Ada. If you've been here before, welcome back. And if you're new, thank you for joining us. Today, I kind of want to share the pros and cons of ordering anything from a co-op. And some of you may know that I actually have a co-op, but I'm not biased. I've been selling stuff through a co-op for about 6 years now, so I kind of know the different pros and cons to look out for. The biggest pro of ordering from a co-op is the pricing. A lot of times their prices are way cheaper than you would get them retail. Some of these items that you can get for these low prices are cloth diapers, you can get like amber teething necklaces, sometimes you can get hazelwood necklaces that are good for like eczema and stuff like that. You can also get, you know, like in my co-op we run like a wide variety of things, from cloth diapering items to like feeding items. We've sold like the name brand little squeezy pouch things. I'll insert a picture because I have no idea what they're called right now. I'm pretty sure they're called a squeezy. But we've ran those. We've ran, you know, clothing items for both adults and children. We run, you know, shampoo bars, regular soap bars, you know, body products and stuff like that. We also run cloth menstrual pads, menstrual cups, just a wide variety of things. Just to kind of give you guys an example of all the things that you can get through a co-op. There are some co-ops that will run Melissa and Doug products, but they usually only run them regionally because of the weight of those products. It costs a lot if you're trying to ship them to people like clear across the country, so usually they do them as regional buys. The next pro is you can get custom prints. And so like in our co-op, you know, we'll run, you know, we'll kind of get a poll from the members and kind of see what kind of diaper style they want and what prints they're wanting ran. And based on those votes, that's what we run, and we're able to have our own custom label put on them and just diapers customized to what our members want. So it's not like, you know, if you just go to the store and they only have an orange diaper there. That's what you're gonna get, you know. But in a co-op, you can get it more customized. There are co-ops that run trademarked prints. We don't do that in our co-op because it is actually illegal to do that. And to me, it is not worth, you know, taking the chance of our product being seized by customs, which has happened before, and then they flag you, so then all your stuff that comes through customs gets checked, and it's just not, it's not a good look. But there are co-ops, you know, that run that. If you want to participate in those buys, that is completely up to you. I personally would not, because you're risking your money. So if you give them, let's just say $50 for a bunch of like Pokemon or, you know, Doctor Who type prints or anything in between, Paw Patrol, Peppa Pig, anything like that, you're chancing them to have that product seized by customs when it's coming through. And it's just not worth the risk. Because if your product gets seized, the supplier you got it from, they're not going to refund, you know, the host of that co-op, because it wasn't their fault that your product got seized. And the reason I bring up that and product being seized is because a lot of custom diapers will come from China. And I know a lot of people are like, oh my god, China! Like, no, they don't want to buy it. But it's fine. These companies actually, if they're a good, reputable company that makes these custom diapers, they do regulate the product and they are, you know, tested so that they're safe for baby to wear. There are other companies that sell their products super, super cheap, like unreasonably cheap, and those are the ones that you usually want to stay away from, because they sell you a very cheap product, it's made very cheaply, it's not made with good quality materials, and it could fall apart. It could have, you know, be made with something that you want no part in. But if you buy from like a reputable company, like we've been buying from Happy Flute for almost 6 years now, you know, we buy from THX, you know, and like Elf, if you guys have heard of that brand, and then also like Kawaii and stuff like that, which Kawaii I believe is a Canadian brand. I think Kawaii and Elf are both from Canada. I believe that's where they ship from. But if you can look into the different companies that these co-ops are selling, and you'll be able to see if it's a reputable company. Me personally, I won't work with a company if I don't feel that they're reputable. We've ran like test run buys of different products with other companies, and if it's like, no, it's not good product, we don't sell it. In a Co-op, you can get a bunch of different, name brand diapers for a low cost. Whereas if you go to if you just go to like a boutique or anything like that that sells cloth diapers, you're only going to get what brands they carry, and usually they're the brands that are like $20-$30 for a single diaper. And to me, that's $20-$30 for a single diaper is not feasible for most families. So that's another pro to co-ops, is you can get your whole stash for what you might pay for a handful of like Blueberry diapers or Bum Genius diapers, anything like that. I guess you can call it like a pro of a co-op is you can meet other parents who are into like the same thing as you are. So if you're into cloth diapering and stuff like that and you're in a cloth diaper co-op, you're going to meet other parents who are into, cloth diapering. And so if you need help, kind of troubleshooting an issue you're having with your cloth diapers, there are other parents who will be able to sit there and help you because, maybe they've been through that issue and they know how to fix it. I will note that some of the Happy Flute diapers that we sell in our co-op, at first, 5-6 years ago when we first got them and I had my son, I was nervous because I'm like, no, you're always told that China cheapies, they don't work well, and all this and all that, and it's a lie. You have to be careful of what China brands, you use, because some of them are not that good. I know sometimes the Pororo brand of cloth diapers, they're not that good. There are some other ones that are a little questionable, but Happy Flute and a couple others, they're really good, and honestly, I feel that they work better than some, high-priced name brand diapers that we've tried. You can also, the diapers can be customized. If you want an all hemp diaper, your host can work and, set that up so that they can run that by. You can also get things, we ran some bamboo toothbrushes recently, and we ended up getting, all the bamboo toothbrushes for over half the cost of what you would buy the bamboo toothbrush, in the store or online. And these were a name brand company from Canada that, sell their products in stores and stuff like that. And because, I have a business license, I'm able to offer those lower prices for my customers. Let's get to the cons. There are some cons that come with co-ops. And the first con is wait time. Sometimes, especially for custom-made diapers, you have a long wait. It can be anywhere between 4 and 12 weeks, depending on how backed up the supplier making them is, if there's any type of holiday coming, because China takes long holidays sometimes, I believe for the Chinese New Year. And, if you put in your order right before then, you're going to be waiting a while because they're going to go on holiday and your diapers aren't going to get made until they get back. So wait time is one. Like I said a minute ago, a lot of the times co-ops will get their products from China. Not all of the products and not all co-ops. There are some co-ops who only will buy from US suppliers. That is harder for some people because they don't have the proper documentation to be able to order from US suppliers, and a lot of big name companies or different US suppliers, they won't work with you if you don't have a business license or some type of reseller license to be able to order those products in bulk from them. Kind of like I mentioned, not all diapers are created equal. So if you get, let's just say there's a co-op that's selling $2 all-in-one diapers, and then you have a co-op selling, $6, $7, Happy Flute all-in-one type diapers. I would put my money on the Happy Flute one working better, because if the diaper only costs $2, it's probably not going to hold up that well, and depending on the company, it might not even be that good of material that's being made, for the diaper. Scammers. You have to watch out for this. It is so big around the holidays, especially. If you decide that you want to join a co-op, you really need to kind of do the research and see how long that group has been opened. You don't want to join a group that just opened, because especially if they're just opening around the holidays, because what will happen a lot of the times is people will sit there and be like, oh, well, co-ops are a quick way to get money in, and then they never place the order, you never get product, and they take off with your money. And the way they do this a lot of the time is they offer these hard to find prints that aren't frequently ran by co-ops, which are like the trademark prints. I will tell you guys this story. It was so funny, but I felt like I was doing a public service with this. There was a group that popped up out of nowhere probably two years ago around like Christmas time. I think it was around November going into December. And they were selling all these NFL football prints of their diapers. And I'm like, something doesn't seem right about this, because the price didn't seem right. You know, just everything, like all the research I did through it, everything about it seemed really sketchy. And the person who was running it didn't even have their name on their profile. It was some like business name, but then if you search the business name, it wasn't an actual business. You know, I had multiple people in my group being like, hey, you need to check this out, you need to check this out. So y'all gonna think I'm an asshole for doing this. But just hear me out. So I went on their thing and I tried to talk to the person running the group, you know, just trying to find out, you know, where the diapers were coming from and if they were safe to come in, you know, through customs. And, you know, they're like, yeah, no, they're not gonna be seized by customs. They said that they had permission from the NFL to use those prints. And I'm like, I highly doubt that. Because those, like, it's expensive to get the documents, you know, to be able to use someone else's trademark. It's extremely expensive, and someone who's just starting a co-op is not going to have that money. The funny thing that I did was, after it really started seeming sketchy and a lot of red flags were going up, I went on their spreadsheet, and for whatever reason, they didn't know that when you share a spreadsheet, you shouldn't make it to where other people can edit it. So I just went in there and like cleared their whole spreadsheet out and put scam all over it. And then, you know, they closed down because they had so much pressure coming from multiple people because these people knew they were a scam. Scamming is a big thing that can happen in co-ops. You know, it honestly, like, you want to make sure that you're going into a group that has a good reputation. You can ask, you know, when you go into the group, like, make sure that they have a couple years of doing what they're doing. And then also when you go in, talk to other members. You know, reach out to them, be like, hey, have you been in this group a while? What do you think about it? Are the hosts, you know, are the hosts trustworthy? And stuff like that. You know, there was a thing probably a year ago. I don't honestly know what in the world this girl did. But I do know that she scammed people out of a ton of money and never paid them back. And I honestly felt so bad for those people because I literally begged this girl. I'm like, please do the right thing. Give these people their money back. Because she was upcharging these diapers she was selling, all trademarked. She was upselling them, or like upcharging them. And come to find out, she was only paying like $2, $3 a diaper, but charging them, I think it was like $9 or $10 per diaper. And they came in, some of them, like majority of them, the placement wasn't correct. The image on it looked really terrible. So she ended up just scamming these people out of their money. She kept trying to like make excuses, and it backfired in her face, and she ended up closing down her co-op for obvious reasons. But just beware that scammers are a huge thing in co-ops around the holidays. So beware of that. If there are issues with a product, like if you order some diapers and they're good when they get to the host and then they get to you and you wash it one time and it starts to fall apart, or, you know, a snap comes open, like a snap breaks or something, the host can try to get a refund from the supplier, which sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't, depending on the supplier. But there's really no warranty, and because majority of co-ops aren't really ran for profit, like you make a little bit of money, but majority of that money goes towards buying like shipping supplies and printer ink and stuff like that to keep the co-op going. So, you know, sometimes a product will come in and, you know, a customer will get it and they won't be happy with it and they want to like exchange something, or get a refund, and it's pretty much up to the host of how to handle that situation. I know with myself, I will usually try to contact the supplier, and if they won't do anything, then I'll kind of try my best to fix the situation the best I can. Sometimes I'm able to refund someone and just let them keep the product, or sometimes I'll have them send the product back and I'll refund them for both the product and the shipping. Sometimes there's really nothing I can do about it. Like if they're saying that a product isn't working right, but I have that same exact product from that same order and mine works perfectly fine, I have no way of knowing if it's a user error or if it's an honest product error. So some things, you know, there's no warranty with co-op stuff. Usually, depending on the supplier it's coming from, if it's a US supplier, there's sometimes warranties that come along with those. But, you know, a lot of co-ops don't have a refund policy, don't have an exchange policy. It's not a big box store, so that's just something to keep in mind. So those are my pros and cons to being a part of and ordering from a co-op. I hope you guys found this video helpful if you were trying to decide on whether or not to join a co-op. I've met so many great people through a co-op, and, you know, it's just always fun, and it's a great way to get products for a discounted price. If you like this video, please be sure to give it a thumbs up and hit subscribe and the notification bell so you don't miss the next time I upload a video. Bye guys!